Well, look at a lot of things going on in here. Stephanie, you're so funny. There's a lot of excitement going on in the team right now. I've seen a lot of growth and everything else. It's just amazing what's going on here. Today I'm going to kind of gear things to a little bit more advanced. Most of it are on they're on here right today, and a few of the people that have registered for this training you guys are all seasoned. You all have a hot list. You have, and I want to concentrate on working on that hot list and getting more information out. I've also started to put in some more tools on a few things to simplify the program in general in order to help people get up and get started. First thing you guys need to do is go ahead and let me just bring up my notepad here. If you hadn't had a chance to see this yet, I've put together, this is a very sweet, simple training program for when we bring somebody in, and you write this down. It's training a trisol.net. Now, this is when somebody comes in to Prosperity Central with us and they come in the program. I've kind of laid out a very simple step by step, where somebody can get started. The first part of this program is the VIP, which shows them how to set their VIP up, and also will stop one of the major problems we're having with VIP right now is a lot of people don't understand what their username in RAIN International is, and they keep putting their ID number in. Well, I kind of explained everything along there and how to get started. The other thing that's also good on this, I think we'll go ahead and just open this side up here real quick so we can kind of share a couple other things with you guys. Copy. Just bring this up here. Paste. This can get people started on Prosperity Central for the basics. So here's the training, and if you send somebody this, and when I send it out, when somebody signs up, when somebody gets the enrollment page with me, what it does is if they watch this video, they can stop it, go to the next section, and this will actually get them to help them get their first site launched. Now, there's a couple little tidbits on here I kind of want to share with you guys. Number one, if you notice these little arrows right here, if somebody loads this up, or if you load up the program and want to go back and check on something, I actually have this laid out. So you go to arrow number 1, and it talks about how to set up your VIP. If you go to arrow number 2, it shows you how to set up your Prosperity Central. And then if you go to the next part, shows you how to set up the capture pages. And what's important here, we're going to be using capture pages. There are 3. We're going to be Prosperity Central. I now have it set up so a person does not have to join the VIP in order to use Prosperity Central. We've had a lot of new people come in who want to go, well, why do I need to be on VIP, and why do I need to be on Prosperity Central? And the fact of the matter is they don't. I went ahead and made some changes in the program where they can make a choice. They can use their VIP. And remember, when we do VIP, that becomes our About the Company site, and we put that on step 2 on Prosperity Central, and I'll go back and share this with you guys in a minute just to refresh your memory. But I've actually got a capture page set up now that does exactly the same thing the VIP does, and they can stay right on this program and not get the 2 sites confused. And then last but not least is how to get the web page set up. It's very important when somebody gets their VIP set up, or their Prosperity Central set up, that they've got to get their capture pages set up first, and then they can go ahead and get their web page set up. And once they go through all this, when they finish this part of the program here, all they need to do is email me, and I will send them links. And the very first Blitz Day 1 here will show them how to put the leads in and get that first letter started in their program. By the time they go to day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, they're now into the basic program in order to get themselves launched and get themselves moving. And on the new people, when you bring people in, this makes it very easy for you guys as you bring people in to just send them right to this page and walk them through the process. And if you're not real familiar on how you got your Prosperity Central set up, because I know a lot of you have had other team members either set you up on this, or I actually came in and set you up, you need to go back and kind of study this a little bit to see how it's done. Now, here's what we're doing. This is a brand new rep back here, so I just want to kind of share a few things that I've done. I went ahead and pulled out a lot of the emails that were back here that a lot of you guys were copying and pasting. I'm going to put those in a new site. But right now, if you go to your One Touch, bring this up. What you're going to look at here is right now these are all the letters. You've got your blitz letters right here with day one. Remember, this is when you get new leads, this is the very first letter you send out to everybody, and just stick with the letters from 1 to 9. And then when people come into your hot list, you're going to be sending them the hot list letters here 1 through 10. I'm missing 9. And then the other point that we have here is in the second week is I've got the hot list follow-up for letters number 2. Now, we are going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing some more advanced letters that we're going to send out to the hot list. Now, here's the thing that I want everybody to realize is that when you get your 1,000 leads in and we're working them, remember, we're just trying to take those 1,000 leads and we're trying to find 150 or 200 that are responding to our campaigns. After you build your hot list up, and it's interesting, most of the people in this group have got anywhere from 100 up to 400 people in their hot list right now. Those are the people that have opened up our emails at least once or twice and maybe gone to the website. So we really want to try to find a way to get them to take a look and to take a look at and open our emails and really take a look at our program. The one thing that I see across the board, if we can get people to take a look at one of our videos on either Why Soul or Why Rain, and if they pay attention to that and they get into the webinar, we've got a 50-50 chance of getting them to come into the business opportunity, or at least to buy the product and to try the sample program. Now, what I'm going to be doing, and I haven't got this done yet, but I will have this, during the course of the week, I'll be adding this stuff in. And I'll send a notification when I have this out to everybody. But if you go back into your marketing tab here, just click on the marketing, and you come down here, not to emails and scripts, but email campaigns. I'm going to be putting letters back here that's more advanced, and this is for you guys to copy and paste. So if you come back here, you can see right now the email campaigns. There's a series of campaigns back here. Here's your rain campaign. Here's your 1-week sample program. Remember, when we go back and we do our capture pages, we're directing people either to rain or we're directing people to the 1-week sample program. Well, I'm going to be putting here, and I'll label it advanced letters. These letters are here for you to copy and paste and then put your links in. And I'm going to share with you I've put in an additional 5 capture pages back here for you guys to use, and we want to direct people to those capture pages. So when you go back here, it's going to be pretty simple. Let's say I want to come, we'll just do the 1-week sample program as an example. When you hit the preview button over here, it's going to bring up your letters. All you need to do here on your letters is 2 things you can do. Number 1 is if you hit the HTML, it will bring up the letter. If you go ahead, just highlight these and copy. You can put these into your One Touch, and you guys, most of you know how to use the One Touch now. Those of you who are new or don't have, there are trainings for One Touch. I'm not going to go over it on this particular training, but you can copy this and paste it right in. The other thing you can also do, which actually makes life even easier for you, is that if I go ahead and hit the, you can't do this. Yeah, that's the only way you can do it right now is you have to go ahead and hit the One Touch. So what you're going to do here is you just go ahead, you run your copy. I'll just do a real quick example here. I actually would do this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy this. Now I'm going to come back to my marketing site. And then I'm going to come down to my emails and scripts. One Touch. Always make sure, a lot of you, if you want to touch it, my emails aren't on my list. You've got to make sure you highlight all categories on this. So this is just, I'm going to just put down advanced. I'm going to pull this out later so I don't confuse this red new rep, but this is just an advanced letter. You label it the way you want. When you come down here and we hit the HTML editor, all you need to do is hit this, and then you're just going to go ahead and paste in, and you just paste it right in. Now, I'm on Internet Explorer on this right now, so I'm not going to be able to put a paste in here, but you just go ahead and paste in what you're going to do. Oh, it worked. And then go ahead, there it is. And then what you want to do here is you want to change this link. So the best way to do that is you go ahead, you highlight this, and you unlink it. That takes the link out, and then you go ahead and put in your own link, which should be one of the capture pages that I'll share with you. So all I need to do is just drop that in there, and it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of this now. But it's just a real quick no. But you go back through here and you change it. Now, also don't forget, if you want to personalize these, all you need to do is hit personalize, and here's the codes that come in here, and all you do is copy and paste. So if I want to put first name in here, I just highlight that recipient's first name, hit copy, come back to my message center, go ahead and hit this, paste it in there. There's the first name, and now I can this way I can personalize the message that will, so when it goes out, it looks like you're sending each of your reps a personal letter. So that's all that's involved in all this. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of this. I don't plan to save it. But that's just a real quick highlight. Now, what we're doing and what I have back here, if you go back into your marketing site, what we want to do after you get your hot list developed is there are a series of email campaigns. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to switch out of this one and move into my more advanced program. Hang on 1 minute. I'm going to log out. Let's go into the site that I'm using to promote with. So we'll come back here. As you get your hot list, the concept here is we need to find things to get people to actually take a look at what we're doing. And if some of you have had a chance to see, I have put out last week, I've had a series of emails that I've been sending out that have been you've seen like the babies dancing on roller skates and the reflection, and I've got the James Brown soul, and those videos have been working very well to capture people's attention. What I did is I took those videos and I put them back in and I opened them up for you guys to do. And we have two things you can do back here. The first thing is if you come back to your marketing tab, open it up, come down to your lead capture pages, and you come down here and scroll. What we have is you can now send out an email, and in the subject line, you can put something as simple as, these babies can really roller skate, or watch our cute video on dancing babies, or you can put James Brown soul. You put something simple. So what I've done here is now I'm going to put ad copy in, but I have opened this up. But as an example, I have James Brown right here. And so let's go ahead and preview. And this opens up the capture page. This actually will kind of provide some entertainment, and we'll be adding some ad copy to actually kind of entice people to go ahead and fill out this form over here to go ahead and take a look at Rain International. What I recommend we do with these is that once they fill this form out, is you can send them over to your Try Soul sample page. So when they fill that out, it goes through. But this one here is just, this is the James Brown one. And I'll be generating some more of these as we go along. This is kind of fun to listen to. It's kind of an upbeat way to do things. If you haven't seen it, here's the skating babies. person starts up. So we're promoting soul, but at the same time, they're watching, something that could go viral, and it's kind of a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen these, they're really kind of a fun thing to watch. And the point is when we send email campaigns out, and I'll tell you, not this one. Let me just go back, and I got 450 responses. If I come back, but this one right here, Dancing Babies, hit the preview. I had 1,000 people open up and watch this video, and I had 600 unique individuals look at it. And I actually got a phone call from a guy yesterday who says, hey, he loved the videos and he wanted to try the product. And if he likes the product, he said he's going to come in with the 3 business centers. So what happened here is, if you haven't seen this video, it's fun. But I've actually took this and geared it to an ad for Soul. This is an Avion water commercial. And I just brought it in here. And, it's kind of interesting. People are kind of watching this. And I'll be adding ads to this to direct people to go ahead and learn more about Soul. It's just a way to kind of entice people. But the main thing we're looking at here is I'm trying to get people to open up more emails and hopefully get them to fill out. Now, what I am going to do on these is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to set this up so it will have a name and email address, first name and email address. I'm going to take away the phone number and last name because if you're emailing these out, you have the people's information anyways. But I just want to make it so people don't feel intimidated. They can go ahead and put in their first name and email address in order to take it to the next step. What you're going to need to do if they do that is you just need to go back and find that person in your system, which won't be too hard because remember, if I go ahead, let me just go ahead and fill this out. Okay, I haven't set this up yet, so I'll go ahead and close that out. So now if I come back to my Prosperity Central, and back to my dashboard, you can see that I filled the form out, so I can click on that. Now, the other thing is, there's the name. It shouldn't be that hard to go back in and find your list. So let's say I didn't know who Dwight Halstead was for some reason. I can come back to my contacts and maybe put in a different email address and anything else. It's not that difficult. If you guys, the best way to do it is, I find, is to put in just the last name. You do the search, and this will bring up, you can see back here, the different email addresses that are back here. So it's not that hard to kind of track down who it is, but at least it will put them into the system, and then it will go ahead and start sending letters out. Now, here's what I recommend you do, like any of these, is if you go back and back to your lead capture pages, there's a couple different things you can do with this. Let's go to that. Remember, you want to redirect you want to redirect this to a website for information. So, kind of what I've been experimenting with is if you come back, and we're going to go ahead and set this one up that way. Let's find it. Okay. If you come back to the Why Soul, remember that's the consumer. We talked about this in the last training. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this link to direct people to. So I'm going to write just a real quick short email, which is basically watch this cute video about with dancing babies. Just something simple. It was amazing. I had 600 reviews on this, and one person actually called me on the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my capture page options, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my Why Soul category. That's a folder that I made. I want to send them the sample program email campaign that's out there. but I'm going to redirect them to that particular site for more information. Now, remember the concept here, when we have people we're approaching, whether it's our warm market or even with this, the interest levels are, when we first contact people and they're getting emails from us, they have absolutely no interest in us. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to find that hot button that will get them to have a little bit more interest and to generate curiosity, to take them to the next step, and then to take them and then if they get more information, they want more information of, so we can kind of run them through the process and get them to look. And all I'm trying to do now is we want to get them to open an email and hit one of our links, and then if they like what they see here, we're going to try to entice them to fill out the next page. That's why we're going to put email and first name in those capture pages, because we're asking for a little bit of information on their part so they can get more information on us. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. I now have this set up, so let's go back and hit the capture pages. And so let's go ahead and test it out like we should always do our testing. So let's come down to dancing babies. Go ahead and fill out the form. And now this will take us over to the Wise Soul. Now the advantage here is they're going to get a little more information. They're going to get the testimonials. Hopefully it's going to catch their attention. And then they can go ahead and get registered with the webinar. And if you guys watched the last training on how to set this up, you go ahead and they fill it out. So now, if they like what they see here, then they're just going to go ahead and they'll come right over. This brings them right to the register for the webinar where they can get, again, this is the Why Rain video, and they go ahead and get registered here. If you see somebody filled out 2 capture pages, so let's go back and take a look at something here. Back up home. Come back to my dashboard. One, two, three. You know, if this happens, this is going to be a hot person. Then you're going to need to contact them. You're going to need to send them an email. And then, you know, and also along with that email, you want to have something where it's going to, you know, have your ID number. So, because remember, if they go to the webinar, they can actually enroll right off of that webinar if that's what they want to do. So, click on the name. We'll just do this. And wait till the file opens up here. And then we can go back to the One Touch. Now, let's just go ahead and hit the emails. So if somebody responds off of this, and I definitely want to send them, I would come down to you'll find the last letter and it says, please call me, daily activity follow-up. If anybody in your daily activity comes, this is a great letter. It's down here. You can go ahead and hit this letter, and it will take them right to, let me just do a message preview. And this will give them your phone number, and will redirect them to learn more about the company site. So they can just go ahead and does that. Now, let me just kind of show you some of the letters I have back here. Here's the one, roller skating babies. See, this subject line here, these babies can really skate. Fun video. And back there. So here's the copy. Actually put a picture in here. And then, real simple. So I figure the picture kind of gets people kind of curious. They go ahead and take a look. And if they click on this, watch the video, and this, I got to add the link on here, but this actually just takes them right, well, this takes them right over to my own web, but this is the Dancing Baby video right here. So you guys will be running them over to your capture page. So I will have these letters back again. I'll have it headed. I'll send it out when I do it. But if you take a look, you'll be able to copy and paste. But I'll take each one of these letters that I've done from the James Brown's I Feel Good Legends of Rock. This one's gotten pretty good responses. And then I also have the Perfect Storm series, which has been great, and I'll be posting these back here. Again, all you're going to need to do at that point is just copy and paste them and put them into your one-touch system. One other thing I also forgot. Let me just go ahead and go over that while I'm here. Instead of using the VIP, I do have a capture page back here now. What I have found, let me just come down here. Maybe. All right, where is that? Invite join. It's Rain International Intro. It's capture page 5471. What I've done here is I took from the VIP this video right here. It should be coming up here in a second. Now remember, this is capture page. I have found this video right here, the one I'm getting the most responses out of all of them I've been testing, and this kind of explains the company real quick. It's a 6-minute video. It's not even. It's less than 3 minutes, but it's enough to get them to go ahead and link over to what we're doing. So for those that are not in VIP, or if you want to switch over and not use your VIP, this is what we're doing on the for your about the company side. So all you would do here, if you want to change it, is you just come back to copy that link, just to refresh everybody's memory here. And for the new people, that's where I'm getting people set up right now. That's what I'm recommending all the new people go with instead of using the VIP. If you come back to my website and bring it down to customize the website. This would be the about company link. So all you would do here is, if you want to change it, is you just go ahead and put that link in there, hit save your changes. Come back to your website. And hit the preview. And you take a look. And this will bring right up to this site. So there it goes. So it now gets this, and then I bring people over to my Try Soul sample page. So it gets redirected right to there, and so that's the next step. I find this video works really well. It also, you can keep if you're using this capture page or the one from VIP in the system, is working just as well. It really doesn't make any difference. It's just that we've got a lot of people coming in right now, and they're getting confused. I need to be VIP and I need to be on Prosperity Central. Well, this just kind of the VIP is an extra option. It is a great tool to use. You can use it in your advertising and everything else, but I've simplified this, and in the training I go step by step. So when we send out our welcome letters to our new reps, you can send it out. The VIP is not a major emphasis for them to go into. They can go ahead and just come into Prosperity Central and use that capture page, and they go ahead and the system will work just fine with it. That's where we're directing people when they come in now, and it makes it simple. Now, I'm going to be sending out the new leads here to the group. I'll be having those out later on this afternoon or early this evening. And one of the things you guys know, I've been asking, what's on your hot list. And first off, it tells me a lot, number one, on your overall activity. Obviously, the higher the numbers, I know the more activity you're using back there. But let's just take a look at this site real quick. I don't think I've done anything. I don't think in the last 24 hours I've used this system. I haven't. Okay, it's been a couple of days since I've done anything. So I've got 12 people back here in my daily activities, but I haven't done anything with this in the last 2 days. But if I come up to my hottest list, I still have 254 people back here. I'm just concentrating on these individuals right now. And I'll be adding a new list in here. And that's where the week number 2 comes in, and then where you start generating your own letters and putting them in, because this is where you're going to start getting some openings. So let's take a look. This is one on random here. I sent out on the 28th, I sent out a letter. This is James Brown. See, she opened it up. Let's take a look at this one. There's the baby. Opened it up. And 20th. And see, this is the one with the other video. See, these videos are working very well. So I'll be having, these things will be back here. You'll be able to copy and paste these in here, and you'll be able to link them directly to the capture pages back there. And, said I will be changing the ad copy back there and getting those formatted up here within the next day or two. So it may take me 2 or 3 days to get this all put together for you guys, but it's going to allow you to move exactly into the next step of capturing attention. Now, here's the other thing you can also do once we get these letters in there. You can go back on your old leads. So let's go back up to my new contacts. Remember, as you put leads in, this is always your newest leads at first. So the last set of leads that went in here, like I put a set of leads in here on April 23rd, but I can come back to my old leads, and if you can actually send out these advanced letters that they have out there. There's no reason not to send these out and try to capture these new people and get them interested. Because, the thing that's good about this, and let's just go ahead and do this. I'm going to go back to my oldest leads. Because what's going to happen, even though there's, like in this case, I've got 8,000 people in it back here, almost 9. I can come back to my oldest leads that I haven't worked for a while. Let's take a look, see the last time I sent anything out. So I click on here. And April 20th was the last time I sent any emails out to this particular number. And, see, I went ahead and sent out this video because this is what I did. So when I put this video together, I launched out to some of my older leads. And that's where some of my new responses came from out of this. So you guys will have the same ability. And on this, remember, the subject line I used in this one was dancing baby video, still young again. And as I said, I got over 600, I know at least 600 people opened up and watched this video because that's what my stats are telling me. And they watched it, and I had 2 or 3 people actually fill out the capture pages and go through it. Doesn't mean they're going to, but the thing is, we're just trying to get in front of people. So you'll be able to go back and randomly send out and just see if you can put new people into because they fill it out. They're going to come into your daily activities. Again, on your daily activities, it's just a matter you email them out, pick up the phone, say hi to them, tell them you're interested. that you want to find out if they're seriously looking at opportunities. If they are, you're going to share with them some more information. But more importantly is you can go ahead and plug them right back into your campaign. Because if they fill out the capture pages, they're automatically going to be sent 12 letters on Rain International and encourage them to try your sample program on that. So there's going to be a series of letters back there. You guys will be able to find the letters. Again, what I'll do when they're there, just to refresh everybody's memory on this real quick. If you come back to your marketing, this will be in email campaigns. And when I get the letters back here, they'll be in the campaign list, and I'll probably list it as advanced marketing. And the letters will be here. It's just be a matter of previewing the letters, copy and pasting and plug them into your system, and then making the links work for you. The other thing back here that you also want to add your letters in on the capture pages as we catch people's attention is we do have the Dr. Weeks video, the blood video, and Dr. Freeman. Those three videos and in webinars, the Dr. Weeks, the Dr. Freeman, and are what's going to bring. It's just nice to send those out and get people's attention. And of course, the blood work is, that Marilyn did for us is a great video. People watch that and they're going, that's something that's interesting, and they get back. And those are additional letters you can send out. And I know with the blood work, I have a letter called Proof in the Pudding. And, that just kind of shows, and again, when people watch that and they see that, it stimulates something and go ahead and get them open. So you're going to have more letters to send out to your group because most of you are building up 2,000 or 3,000 or more. And as we stay on this program, you're going to have a list of people to send out to. And what's going to do is on the old ones, by doing the more advanced letters and sending out to them, it's just going to pick up that 1, 2, or 3 new people that will pop into your hot list in order to stimulate. Because the fact of the matter is, and you guys know this, when we send out 1,000 leads, all we're really looking to do out of those 1,000 leads is to bring in 4 people out of 1,000. That's all we're really looking at. And as you guys get more comfortable using the system on a daily basis, and some of you are, and you're just constantly doing the same thing day in and day out, you're sending out, what you are going to see in 90 days or more is you're going to start getting people contacting you. The 2 people that have contacted me this week out of my system, people that have been in my system and I've been sending emails out to for at least 6 months now. And the last 2 people that I enrolled in a couple weeks ago, and one of them came in with 3 business centers, and the other one came in with a 4-pack, are all people that came in that I started campaigning back in December. And it took a series of email campaigns to go out. It's just constantly being out front. If they have not taken you off the list, then these emails that you're getting are good. It's just a matter of we got to catch people at the right time. You don't know, and this just goes back, when somebody opens up our emails, there's something in a subject line that caught their attention. And then what we have in the ad copy is what will get them to take action. And I'm a firm believer in making ad copy short, simple, and sweet, and something to catch something their attention. That's one reason why I put these baby videos together in order to help people just try to get them to go to the next level, to take a look at what we have. Because the bottom line here is that if we can get people to learn more about RAIN, if they can see a few testimonials, if they can just watch one of these and get a sense that we have something special here, and get them to open up their minds, and they will take it to the next step. And I've seen it. We do a quick video, they catch interest, they go ahead, they watch the Why Rain, Why So video, they watch that, or they go to your Try So sample page, they watch that video, they order a sample from us. They will spend the time, the hour or 2, and I've had a few people that I've called back to come into the system. They literally will spend I've had people, they study everything that I've sent out. I mean, it's amazing when I call them. They've watched everything. They've seen Dr. Weeks. They know that video better than I do. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea periodically if you don't go back and re-listen to some of these things. I know, like Dr. Weeks is almost 45 minutes or an hour long, but it's well worth listening to again, because you will pick up something. Every time I listen to it, I pick up something that's new. And it's kind of interesting. You will hear something on there, and it will kind of stand out to you. And I challenge everybody, you will find somebody in the course of 2 or 3 days, if you listen to one thing, and you listen to something about diabetes, or you listen to something about fibromyalgia, and you plant that into your mind, somewhere in the course of a day or two, somebody you're going to meet, or somebody's going to be in correspondence with you that's going to have that issue, and you're going to have something fresh in your mind to share information with them, how we have a product that helps them. And you've just got to make yourself aware. And the best way to make yourself aware of your surroundings is by staying plugged in to these trainings, to our Wednesday night calls, and get back on Facebook and look what's going on the different rain sites that are back there, in the Soul Patrol, the Soul 16. Just pay attention, because you will see something. And it's amazing how you will just focus in on one thing and kind of learn how this product helps. Be it with arthritis, for instance. I will absolutely assure you that if you sit there and you kind of focus in on that and learn something about it and have a couple of testimonials that you can share with individuals, somewhere in the course of your day, in the next day or two, something will pop up where a person will you will just hear either a conversation, or you'll bump to somebody in the store, or it's interesting. I mean, I know myself, I just had a recent conversation with a woman that had fibromyalgia, and I just got done reading a thing on it, and I said, I have a product that's helping people with this. And she said, really? I said, yeah. Here, go to my website and take a look at this. And I sent her over to my Tri-Soul site. I haven't heard back from her yet, but it doesn't mean every day. That's the point of this system when we put people into this. Every day you have to be sharing something about your business. You have to be opening up. Prosperity Central and the leads that I'm providing you is just one facet of the full business. You guys you should be sharing your Tri-Soul site with everybody you know and get them look at things. Also, you now have a wide variety of emails now with the different videos that are back there that may catch people's attention as well. And these, again, why not send the dancing baby to the skating babies, or the 80-year-old? I mean, I have one back there with the 80-year-old dancer. They're cute, they're fun, they're entertaining, and you can send those out, and maybe just watching that will be something that will stimulate somebody to go ahead and fill out the capture page and go look at your information. Again, I will be updating. The copy that's on there is, let me take a drink real quick. The copy that's on it right now is just the generic Prosperity Central, but I am going to be upgrading that over the next week. Most of those videos, I've just uploaded those the other day. I've got some more that I'll be sharing with you guys, but you're going to have a whole arsenal of tools. And now, again, for you new people that are listening to this, those that have just come in the last week or two, I definitely want to encourage you, the guys, you need to stay on. Let's go back to the basics again. You need to learn how to use the system, and you need to learn the basics, and you don't need to make this more complicated. I can't stress that enough. We have too many of you that are trying to second guess what we're doing here, or you're trying to analyze this program too much. It is not meant to. Don't overanalyze this. For you new people that have come in, and we have a lot of you, and I know some of you are going to be listening to the recordings on that. What you need to do is two things. Number one, let's just bring this up. Stay on the basic program here, as I've got in the training. If you're new, you've got to watch this. Again, it's training.a.trisoul.net. When you go on this, this takes you through the basics. So when the training comes up, this is all anybody needs right now to get started in this. If they come in, they can understand the value of being in Prosperity Central. Again, they can watch the videos. I do have the VIP, so they can get into the VIP. I still recommend people use it because you have additional tools and advertising you can use, and of course we'll get into even more advanced training as you guys progress. But this has everything a person needs to get started. And if you didn't do any more advanced than just this basic system, you will get people responding. What I'm doing now and adding into the program is just giving you some more tools. I'm giving you a bigger gun. I'm giving you more bullets to get out there and get in front of people to catch their attention. If you learn how to use the basics, then you can add on the next. So when you come into Prosperity Central and you come back to your contact manager and you've got your new leads, so let's just go ahead and come back to my newest contacts. And I go ahead and I send out to my 100, and I'm going back in here. These letters that I have down here, they're working, guys. I mean, we've had the growth in the team. And here's the other thing. The growth in the team has just been amazing. I have never had, in my overall group, and I'm watching the numbers, this is probably one of the few organizations I've seen grow this quickly on a steady basis. And what I mean, if I take a look at my downline right now, I don't have major marketers in here. I don't have the guys that brought in 20 or 30 people in the group, in my personal group. What I have is people like myself that are willing to invest the time, that have the passion for the business, they have a passion for the product. And I'm looking for like-minded individuals. I'm also looking, I know I have a product that if people can really understand what this does, can be a benefit. My customers, my customer base, I still get emails from people thanking me for introducing the product because it's helping their lives in some way. And they have no intentions of doing this as a business. If networking is not for them, fine, that's great. We are not the end-all for careers. That's why there's so many choices out there. But when we bring somebody in that has an interest as a business partner, that is interested in health and nutrition, that sees the benefit, and if they are getting a benefit, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but that's what we're looking for on our business partners. And you should have in your own mind, who do you want to bring into your business? These letters are designed in such a way that somewhere along the line, out of these 9 or 10 letters that are back here, plus the hot list letters that are back here, somewhere along the line, something's going to catch. And we don't know which headline's going to catch because there's only 2 reasons why people open your emails. They either open because they know you, or they open because they're curious. And the only way we can create curiosity is in the subject heading itself. So I'll just take Blitz letter number 6, for instance. The secrets heal all miracles, strong article. This is my Blitz letter number 6. This creates curiosity. And then here we got a little information. I've got the call to action and just a ton of, here this is actually more of a letter than I normally want, but look, this is a letter that maybe they'll go through 5 letters and not see anything, and they'll say, what's this black cumin? What's this? They open it up, they look at it, and if you notice in these letters, I have the call to action right here, the very first thing, right? Click here for more information. I want them to know that there's more information, and our whole intent is to get them over to take a look at things. Take a look at another letter here. Go to your hot list. There we go. So again, here's on the hot list. Thank you for your time. This is somebody who is open up. If they're in our hot list, they've opened up 2 or 3 times. This letter is just, hey, I want to thank you for taking a look at what I'm doing. I look forward to having a quick conversation. Here's my name. Here's my phone number. Here's my website. Thank yous go a long way. I mean, it's one of these things. When I put in a thank you or from Dwight, those things make a big difference. And then the other headings that are back here are just there to capture people's attention. Go ahead and take a look and see what this one looks like. See, this has your name. From good morning, invite. Just do a few random ones here. $1 million seeds are breaking headline news. See, You just don't know which one of these headlines is going to catch it. And I've seen, as I've been tracking, and you guys, if you track and look back there, you can see you might send out 6 or 7 emails before it finally catches in. But it's just that simple. All right, covered a lot here. I can't believe it's been almost 45 minutes. But this has been recorded, so the recording will be here. You guys can go back and listen to this. You can share this recording with your team, and you can also, for those of you that if you have any additional questions, you can get back. You guys can always get a hold of me and get back with me for you if you need anything. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's take a look at something here. Again, I will be sending leads out to everybody. Those of you that email me, most of you on the list here have. If you haven't emailed me for your leads yet, make sure you do. Just so you know how I do this, when you guys email and say, I'm ready for more leads, and of course obviously I want you to send me how many you have in your hot list, all I do is when I bundle the leads up, I try to sit down and do it all at one time, is I bundle the leads up and I just hit reply, and I just add the attachment leads and send it out. It just saves me a ton of time when you do it that way. So if you want the leads, you just send me, say, I'm ready for more leads. That's all you need to do is put in the subject line, ready for more leads. That's all I need to know. And then I'll turn around and send those back. All right, we'll open it up here.
You are now unmuted.
All right, I'm open. You guys got any questions, anything you want, any comments or anything? Lines are open. If you're online, you can just hit the chat line. Okay. All right. Well, almost an hour.
This is John in Riverside, and I just want to say thank you. This is marvelous. It's outstanding. I've never seen anyone who would give this sort of help. Thank you so much.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Amen to that. This is
you know what, guys?
PIA in South Alabama.
Well, thank you. All right, you guys are a great team. We're all working together on this. And, I think if you see, I'm very impressed with the group and all, just so you guys know. This is a lot of fun for me. It's one reason why I put in as many hours as I do. But it's you guys that are putting this thing into action and are building a nice, steady group. And I really can't emphasize that enough. And when you bring somebody in the group with us, or you bring somebody into RAIN, let them know this is a long-term deal. Let them know if they sit and they build this and they take a year. I tell everybody, look, you need to focus in a year. And our goal is, you may want to go out and get 20 or 30 people. That's fine. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to stop you from doing that. But the reality of the situation is 90% of the people we bring in need to learn the system. They need to get into action. And here's one of the notes I did want to bring up. Here's what I've noticed in the group. A lot of people, when we bring them in, if you can get them into action and get them doing something and get them working and get them putting the business out there, what is happening is I've seen a lot of people bring in their warm market for the first time. And why is that? Because all of a sudden, you're in action every day. You're doing something to help your business. People sense that. And they're asking, what, and there's something you change. All of a sudden, people notice there's something different about you. And what's different about you is you're no longer trying, especially those who are seasoned, you're no longer chasing people down to try to bring them into your business and give them a product. You're just sharing information, and you're doing it today, but people will start coming to you. They'll start seeing that change. And when you start bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and they start coming in, whether it takes a month, 2 months, or 3 months, when you start seeing a small group developing, your confidence levels start coming up, you start attracting more people. Those of us, and I know a few of you out there, that have built other organizations, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, things change. People start coming to you because they see something different, and it all stems from activity. And we have a few people in our group that have been doing your program. They're bringing in maybe 1 or 2 people off of Prosperity Central. But what they really are doing is people are seeing them in action, and that action is creating excitement. They're seeing that excitement, and they're getting people they know into the business. And then people they look at this, they see the system, they get excited, they get into the system, they get moving, and all of a sudden we're tapping into the warm market with this as well. And remember, warm market is where businesses really generate. But the warm market doesn't even our own warm market. When you bring in a new business partner, you got to work their warm market as well. So, all right. Hey, guys, it's been great. I'll have the recording out here. It takes about an hour or so for the meeting burner to put the thing together. I will broadcast it out. And don't forget, we have our team call tonight at 8 o'clock, and you should have gotten notification of that. If you have it, you can always go over to Soul Patrol and get the phone number and everything on that. So everybody have
Dwight?
a great day. Yeah, go ahead.
Dwight, this is Gloria. Before you sign off, if I want to look at this webinar again, how do I get to it?
I will be broadcasting out a link to the webinar.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? So this will be out, so you guys will be able to watch it again. By the way, I'm trying to push most of these webinars over onto YouTube. So if you go to, and it's dwighthalstead.biz, B-I-Z. You can go over to YouTube. You can find most of these trainings over there as well. I've got my YouTube channel set up, and when I get done with these, I push them over to YouTube as well. So if you don't get an email from me, something like that, you can go back and you can find most of these trainings over there. All right, guys, have a good week. Keep plugging away, keep sharing the information, and let's make it rain out there. Talk to y'all later. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Dwight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.